Hey guys, what's going on? Well, it's been a wild time for the Trump presidency and their cabinet nominations. And I'm wondering if he's even being serious or is he just trolling us? Because it seems like he's picking the worst possible people for these positions. And if you think that you don't have any power, you're wrong. You do. You can call your senator and you can lodge a comment asking them not to confirm. So I wrote a little paragraph here about four nominations that I'm really concerned about. Now, it's after hours in Washington, D.C. I don't know how long they'll let me leave a message, but I do know when I leave a message, it gets recorded. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them and I'm going to put it on speaker so you can hear, and I'm going to read this message. And if it cuts me off, then I'm going to call back and read the rest of the message to make sure that they get the whole thing. Because there are four really alarming nominations that we do not want to happen. So I want you guys to witness this so that maybe you can use a similar tactic for yourselves, for your own senators. Now, of course, live in New York City, but I also live in Tennessee. I have land in Tennessee. I pay taxes in Tennessee. And the Tennessee senators are Republicans, and they're a particularly dumb bunch. You got Bill Hagerty and Marsha Blackburn, and they just fall in line with whatever Trump says. So this is an attempt to get them to understand the gravity of the situation here. So I'm just going to read this script. I'm going to call them right now. I'm going to start off with Hagerty. I don't have the history with Hagerty that I have with Marsha Blackburn. I've met with Blackburn before. So let's see how far I get before I have to call back. Like I said, it's after hours, so I know I'm leaving a message, but they log these messages.
Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Senator Hagerty. Currently, we are unavailable to take your call at this time, but please leave your name and contact information, and we will return your call. Thank you. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, my name is Robert Rose, and I'm a constituent of Senator Hagerty. My zip code is 38478. I'm calling to urge the senator not to confirm the following four nominations for cabinet positions. Number one, Tulsi Gabbard. She's not qualified to be Director of National Intelligence. In fact, she's an extremely dangerous choice to lead the U.S. intelligence community. There's ample evidence to suggest that she is a Russian asset, or at the very least, influenced by Russian media, such as the propaganda channel Russia Today, which has been outlawed in the United States. I can't understand why anyone with even a hint of foreign influence would be considered for this position. Number two, Kash Patel. As head of the FBI, he's equally concerning. He's been associated with QAnon, and if you vote for him, that reflects poorly on you as well, Senator Hagerty. QAnon conspiracies have already had a damaging impact in Tennessee. Just check out the small town of Millersville, where the TBI is investigating the conspiracy riddled police department. We don't need that on a national level. Kash Patel is a joke. Number three, Pete Hegseth. He's not qualified to serve as Secretary of Defense. He's a Fox News personality. Big deal. He managed a platoon. Hooray. You know how many people have managed a platoon? That doesn't make them qualified to lead the most powerful military in the world and the single most important.
For recording. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, your message has been sent.
Cool. So now I'm going to call back. I knew that would happen. I'm going to call back and pick up where I left off with Pete Hegseth.
Press pound for more options.
Hi, Robert Rose again, zip code 38478. Continuing on Pete Hegseth. He is not qualified to lead the most powerful military in the world and the single most powerful organization protecting democracy and freedom. Now he's promising not to drink. What's next? He's going to promise not to womanize, not to assault women. Senator, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're currently in a new Cold War with Russia while also facing threats from China, Iran, and North Korea. This nomination is ridiculous. And finally, number four, Robert Kennedy Jr., nominated as the head of Department of Health and Human Services. This man is a walking, talking conspiracy theory. He had a brain worm. He's a former heroin addict. He's a vaccine skeptic who has been linked to preventable deaths of several children in American Samoa due to preventable measles outbreak. Just today, the FDA announced it's screening America's milk supply for bird flu. And you want to put the health of Americans in the hands of this man, the man who wants us to drink unpasteurized milk? Do you want him to kill all our children? What's going on with these nominations? What's going on with the Republican Party? It seems like you're trying to weaken the United States for a Russian takeover. Is this your plan, Senator Haggerty? Do not confirm these concerning choices by President elect or be prepared to face the consequences. Once again, my name is Robert Rose. I'm a constituent. My zip code is 38478. Anyway, that's one phone call from one person, obviously fired up. They need more. I need you to do that to your senators. Doesn't have to be as elaborate as this. It can just be something very simple. Just saying, do not confirm this person. You don't even have to tell them why. They know why. They understand the magnitude of what's going on. And these are just four nominations. These are just four of the most ridiculous nominations. We don't know what next week is going to bring. We've got to stop this. You do have the power. This is effective. This is something I learned when advocating for Ukraine. Phone calls matter. And what happens is, for some reason, the opposition, Russian opposition to Ukraine, was outnumbering Ukrainian phone calls 30-1. But if you looked at the polling in the United States, more than half the country wanted to support Ukraine. So what does that mean? It means that the people who did not want the United States to support Ukraine were overrepresenting in their phone calls. Now, why is that? Could it be they were using robocalls or some kind of software to leave messages? Possibly. With the Russians, I believe it. And of course, there's agents here in the United States. But we can fight back. And if you fight back and give them an excuse and there's enough phone calls and messages, they will deviate in their behavior. Now, I don't know, Bill Haggerty and Marsha Blackburn, they're pretty dumb and they're pretty dyed in the wool Trumpers at this point. But there are some people who are not. It's worth it. Make a phone call. Even if you feel like it's a lost cause, make that phone call. The volume of all the phone calls from all the people will have an impact. And it's one small chink that you can put in the armor of those guys trying to protect these ridiculous cabinet choices. The future of the country is at stake here. So please, guys, go online, find out who your senator is, make a quick phone call. Like I said, it doesn't have to be as elaborate as what I just did, but I really do believe it's worth it. Thanks.